Hey, shalom, shalom. Yabashim Yashabashim Kakadash Brakatham. Yeah, so I want to say call hello, Yahabashim Yahushai, the bonus our apostles who are elders who rule well. Blessed citations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth sincerity. This is a lesson I want to go over pertaining to, understanding the times. So we're gonna go into second Ezra, the ninth chapter. It says second Ezra the ninth chapter. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So this is telling you that when you see, that's why you have to be occupied in prophecies, because when you see these prophecies coming to pass, you know that the Lord is at the door. Okay, and these prophecies, us as men of the Lord are to speak on the prophecies so the people can know that the Lord is at the door. So now that the Lord say measure thou the times, that how do you measure the times? That means okay, when this happens, that means we're pretty much right there. Just like I talk to people or specific people a lot that know about the prophecies and things like that, and they'll say a situation that happened. They say, oh, we almost out this thing, and it's like, nah, you can't just skip over the RFID chip in the mark of the beast and just jump to martial law, jump to this or jump to. There's a process. Yeah, we want to get out here today, but you have to measure the times. Okay. Now, when you measure the times and you got the times on point, you start seeing this on CNN, seeing this RT and whatever news site, and you start seeing things that say that we're almost out this thing. Then we're gonna go into what the scriptures say. So we're gonna go into 2 Peter chapter 3 and 11. It says, matter of fact, 3 and 10, it says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. Clue number one. In the which, so I say clue number one because when the Lord comes in like a thief in the night, that means you're not going to know when he's going to come. So how do you stay prepared? You don't have to get ready if you stay ready. So you stay ready for the said events. You stay ready for spiritually. You know what I'm saying? And how do you do that? You can't wait to be a brother. You can't wait to show charity. You can't wait to be communicable. You can't wait to be brotherly, or you can't wait to be knowledgeable or serious, or put a certain amount of energy that you never done before. There's more than just telling everybody what they need to do. We are a representation of what they need to do on top of us informing them on what they need to do. So, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. That great noise in that the heavens is talking about this rulership, this kingdom. Okay, it passing away with a great noise is talking about the thermonuclear missiles, because the scripture said that the earth shall shake to and fro from all the missiles hitting. Okay, and when you hear missile land, that's a great noise. It says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. That's because the nuclear missiles going to burn at so much of a degree that it's going to burn even concrete, metal. It's gonna dissolve everything in Babylon specifically, okay, or particularly, okay. It says the earth also shall and the works there that are therein shall be burned up. So what are the works? It's talking about all the science and theories and ideas and inventions, all that is going to knock this motherfucker back. Like they said, you done knocked us back 10 years. It's going to bring Babylon back to the Stone Age. Okay? And we're talking about the ability to make and create these things, because the Lord's about to refresh the earth, and this earth is going to be under a new rule where flat screens and Toyotas and Hemis and Hellcats ain't going to be the shit. So the Lord's going to destroy all that along with destroying Babylon. Okay? Because ain't going to be no Hellcats in the kingdom. All right? People going to ride on horseback and well, I can't say what we'll do because there's going to be chariots, but the Lord's way is going to be the Lord's way. It ain't going to be Esau's way as a hybrid Israel/America thing. Okay? So continuing on, it says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So it says, knowing that this place is going to be destroyed, and going back to what I said in the beginning of the lesson, where you measure the time diligently in itself. So when you measure the times and it letting you know, okay, this is what's happening and this is what's for to come, then what person are ye to be? How should you conduct yourself knowing that famine is about to happen, knowing that missiles is about to come down, knowing that the mark of the beast is about to come down? You're going to have to heavily increase in your faith and heavily increase in your works, okay? And now I want to read this because so brothers don't get stuck in a certain manner, you know, because the scriptures say, let's see here. Well, I'll just quote it because I can't find it right now. So the scriptures pretty much says, you know, bring down, you know, script or no bags with you, you know, and just teach the word. You know what I'm saying? So don't lean on your preparation. Don't lean, you know, the physical preparation is what I'm alluding to. You know, you're getting canned goods and bags and things for the said times, you know, weapons. Because at the end of the day, the Lord will guide you. But at the same time, you want to put yourself in a position to prepare for a blackout or an outage. But you can't get products to survive during Jacob's trouble. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be good to have a machete. It'd be good to have a tactical tomahawk. It'd be good to have them things. But to sit there and save up bullets and guns and to have a bunker and all that. No, you just get you enough to so you can transition well. You know what I'm saying? And even you might not even need that, you know, but it's good to have something of a little bit to be ready for something of Jacob's trouble, because we're headed into a time. These people aren't loading docks up. These people, the weather is getting janky. COVID's coming out with a hyperactive, the medical pandemic is coming out with a hyperactive mutation with this winter coming around, amongst many other things. So you have to measure the time and be prudent to where you're going to handle yourself all right. Because just talking about it does not do anything. We can go out on the highways and teach and teach and teach. But as the scriptures say, what man teaches many people and is unprofitable unto himself, he destroys his own soul. So that tells you what? That you gotta walk it how you talk it, man. You know, I might name the lesson that walk it how you talk it. Okay? So see here. Get this scripture here. Romans chapter 13 and 11 says, and that knowing the time, we know the time. We're prophets. If you believe in the truth, you know the time. That now it is high time to wake out of sleep. For now our salvation nearer than when we believed. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. You have to walk it how you talk it. You can't just talk about charity. You can't just talk about brotherhood. You can't just talk about getting out of here. You have to reflect that in your actions. You know what I'm saying? Now, you don't have to fully commit, because you can put yourself in a bad place being a man of the Lord. And I'm speaking from experience where I've been in this thing 10 years and I've put all my chips into getting out to where I didn't properly put my family in positions to survive up to this point. We just kind of was living day by day. Now, granted, I'm not going against the scriptures because, like the scriptures say, give us this day our daily bread. We're asking the Lord to suffice us daily. But at the same time, you want to prepare and know you got to take care of your house. You can't just Babylon's going to be destroyed tomorrow, so I ain't going to do this. I ain't going to do that. I ain't going to pay no taxes because Babylon gonna be destroyed tomorrow. I ain't gonna do this. No, you can't live like that. You, as the scriptures say, use this world as not abusing it. Be as pilgrims upon this earth. Those that buy as though they possess not. So, yeah, I'm gonna do things. If I got a pipe leak in my house and it's my personal home, I'm gonna fix the pipe leak. I ain't gonna say, oh, this place is gonna be destroyed, so fuck that wall. It's rotting out, and then it's 10 years later, and now you got foundational damage and whatever. So you get my drift. You know what I'm saying? Now, at the same time, I ain't gonna be up in here trying to be a world-class leasing agent and denying the work of the Lord for that and saying, I gotta take care of me. No. All right? It's a balance to it. Everything has to have a balance. So, okay, I want to get this last precept. So we're gonna go to Luke chapter 12, 12 and 54. It says, and he said also to the people, when ye see the cloud rise out of the west straightway, ye say, there cometh a shower, and so it is. And when ye see the south wind blow, ye say, there will be heat, and it come to pass. Ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not discern this time? So when you see the east wind blow, you see thunder strike, and you're outside, you would say, let me go inside, or if I have to stay outside, let me get a raincoat or umbrella. You would physically react to a situation that's prophetic or prudent. So how much more with the prophecies? Because if you're not doing it, then you're just either all talk or you lack faith, either two. So with that being said, we are to what we believe, we should physically be reacting. If you say you love the brotherhood, you should be physically reacting. If you say you love showing charity, if you say you want to get out of here, you should be physically reacting. Now, don't put all your eggs in that basket and then be 100% in that mindset. It's a balance because you got to live day to day. You got to take care of your family. You got to take care of you and yours if you don't have a family. You know what I'm saying? You can't just not pay bills and, just live life on the edge. Because as the scriptures say, how can you take care of the church? You can't take care of your house. So you got to take care of things daily. At the same time, you got to balance it and be prepared for Jacob's trouble, be prepared for the end of these days. Because you're not going to be able to just turn on super Israelite mode. You're not going to be able to turn on, being charitable, being patient, being kind, being merciful, being sturdy. You're not going to just be able to turn these things on. Not only that, but you're not going to know through experience the ins and outs of something simple. Because you can just watch something on YouTube and say, oh, that's all it takes, I got it. But you don't know the labor, the mental stress and all that and how you would react to these things. It's easy to talk about showing charity and how we need to love each other, but you don't know how to, if you never did it, you don't know how to love somebody that is an asshole by nature. They don't know what they're doing, and all you got to do is have patience with them and cultivate who they truly are, and let them, give them time to break off bad habits, or tell them in a way that they're able to accept it. It takes experience to do these things. So don't just think, and I'm saying this to brothers within the fold also, and without that aren't within the fold but believe themselves to be in the truth. You're not going to just be able to turn these things on. So you should be cultivating it any chance you get. Cultivating your faith, because faith ain't something like Apostle Gabar said, you can't just go to the store and buy faith. But through experience and tribulations, that's how you increase your faith. But if you're ducking tribulation, don't tempt the Lord and be looking for it, but do not run or avoid it. You got to go through what you got to go through to accomplish the said goal. And if it's tribulation, then that's what it is, because it's going to increase your faith to let you know what you can bear and what you cannot bear. But if you always avoiding it and you always avoiding every hard situation because you don't want to be uncomfortable, you're not preparing yourself for the said time. All right. If it's time to show charity and you're being selfish and gritting your teeth, you're not going to be able to be prepared for the said time. If you're not getting yourself um, acquainted with these precepts, you know, this book is a book of culture and the book of wisdom, and we should be utilizing it not as an information basher because it's a two-edged sword. It's there to cut us as well as cut everybody else. And since we know so much, we have a responsibility to to reciprocate that to everybody else and show everybody, like, look, this is how you do it. This is the way. You know, not just telling everybody this is how you're supposed to do it. This is what the rules say. And you don't look the part. You can't tell nobody to work out and you're fat and out of shape. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell nobody how to run fast and you slow as dirt. Nobody will believe you. You know, that's why the scripture says, do as they say, not as they do. You know, but I put this lesson out with the intentions of saying, walk it how you talk it. This is a two-edged sword. Walk it how you talk it, man. If you know that Jacob's trouble's coming, you know that the Lord is coming, you know that these things are happening, what are you doing to show that you believe that that's happening? And if you think you're doing something, at the end of every day, you should have something to say that you walked in that direction. And if you don't have nothing, you're bullshitting. If it's a month or a week go by and it comes and you have nothing that you cultivated towards being ready for the Lord coming like a thief in the night, being ready for the thermonuclear missiles to be destroyed. And I'm not just talking about, getting a bunch of, like I said, can goods. I'm talking about spiritually cultivating, being able to deal with drama, being able to unite, being able to be selfless. You know, all these things are going to be like highly vital in those times because you're not going to be able to hide behind watching Netflix. You're not going to be able to hide behind getting inebriated. You're going to have to deal with these said perils. So if you got a problem with somebody talking about hard things and not talking about, happy things and things that make you happy, you're going to be in for a rude awakening because the times are evil. Okay? Matter of fact, let's get that precept. So we're going to Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. It says, see then that you walk circumspectly. It's already telling you. That's the spirit. To be circumspect is to look around. What are you looking around? You're looking around and examine yourself. Also, look around. Look at your life. Look at how you're leading your life and saying, am I preparing myself for the day of the Lord? It's easy to jump up and say yes, but can you pick up something? Can you spiritually say you worked on something in all truth and sincerity, not to save face? Okay? It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And be not drunk with wine, which is philosophies and ways of life, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High, which is talking about these prophecies. Okay? So it's telling us how to prepare the Lord. This is a culture. If you act out what you read, you will not fail. But if you just read it and tell everybody else what's wrong about them with it, you may help them, but you'll be destroying yourself. Okay? So it's very, very important for us to cultivate our ways within the Lord. Hey, Shalom.